How's it going, everybody? Justin to Gaming here, and today I'll be talking about how to move and position yourselves around the crease when tracking the puck. The new goalie movements seem to have been updated a tiny bit, but overall, they're still a bit inconsistent, so this should help limit your mistakes and put yourselves in a good position to make saves. Before this starts, I want to thank you guys for helping me create these tips. I held a couple of Twitch streams during the early access. You guys really broke down my goalie game in the comments. We worked together to come up with a goalie style in practice mode, and ever since you guys helped me out in my stream, my save percentage has averaged 865. So once again, thank you very much, and basically I'll be sharing what you guys taught me. Back to the goalie guide, the first tip I have for you guys is to play just under the top of the crease. In NHL 15, most of my goalie movements would be pretty deep in my net, and very rarely would you ever need to play far out of your net. But since we have smaller goalies, in order to make sure we have our angles covered with our smaller limbs, we're going to have to play a bit farther out and challenge the puck. Most of my goalie movements are once again just under the top of the crease. Remember not to go out too far because you're going to leave yourself too much ice to cover for either a cross crease or a rebound attempt. The next tip on my list is to use a lot of precision movement. Precision movement with the left stick is much more consistent since the beta, and it's good for covering small to medium distances in your crease. This is very useful when tracking the puck carrier, especially when he's in the slot. Notice my positioning once again just under the top of the crease. I have the angle covered, but just before he gets outside of my coverage area, precision and one shuffle is going to keep me in position and ready to make the save. It's the same thing for when you're in the butterfly. Hold precision if you only intend to move a small distance and don't want to overslide. I do want to point out that it is possible to move short distances using light taps of the left stick with regular movement. However, there are two factors for why I don't use it on small distances. First of all, it's inconsistency. Yes, you can get the small movements, however in my games I've had trouble repeating the same move every single time. The second is the ugly turn animation you get sometimes. Your goalie turning away from the puck can be the difference between a nice easy save and a weak garbage goal, and that's something we just don't have control over. The only times I use regular movement is if I need to cover a large distance and I'm not sure precision movement will get me there in time. However, if I'm confident I can get in a good position using precision movement, then that's what I'm going to use. Next, I want to talk about the right stick. Consider this your emergency save stick. This is great for covering long distances during odd man rushes, cross creases, or sliding across the crease for a rebound save. It's also very useful for quickly getting back to the center of the crease during a centering pass with a medium-sized butterfly slide. But once again, the one thing you will have to practice with the right stick on your own is consistency. In this clip here, you're going to see me get that butterfly push. However, you can also see me twitch multiple times without covering any ground at all. Another important thing to remember is to use the right stick before you press the butterfly button. If you end up pressing the butterfly button just before using the right stick, it's going to cause a delay in your movements and it's going to ruin your chance to make the save. Hopefully these basic positioning tips will help get your NHL 16 goalie career right on track. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask below. Remember, the biggest thing is to keep practicing. It's the only way you're going to get better. And don't get angry if you have a bad game, just learn from your mistakes and keep on grinding. I'm Justin to Gaming, and thanks for watching.